how men can avoid paying alimony in California divorce, and this is how I got away from paying alimony in California divorce. So you get your wife to sign a divorce settlement agreement outside of court that says she gets no alimony. And that's because all these 50-50 community property laws, these alimony laws, these lifetime alimony laws, child support, child custody laws, they only matter if you go to court and litigate. So you can bypass them by getting a signed divorce settlement agreement outside of court. Now, mine, the way, in my agreement it was, I have basically 95% of the assets, $280,000. And so in the agreement was I keep 100% of my assets. Second, I would have needed to pay her a year and a quarter of alimony. And for the 2.5-year marriage. But I paid her zero alimony. No kids, so nothing in that realm. I only had to pay her a one-time payment of $650 because I put that in there because we had joint bank accounts with both of our names on it with $1,300 total in it. So I just said, hey, you can have the half. But literally, I kept everything. She got nothing, and she signed it. So the system I used to get this done. All right, so yeah, you can put anything in the agreement, but how do you get the wife to sign it? So the system I used to get her to sign is called the not divorce system. Basically, you get the wife to feel it's not a real divorce, so then she does not feel she does not feel FOMO to take the max of your assets, because she would feel that if it was like her last time to access your resources. But we make her feel it's not the last time to access your resources, so then she doesn't feel the need to take the maximum. Plus, we have you file for divorce first, which definitely also helps. So first thing you got to do, you got to figure out how do you want to file the divorce papers. And you, the man, need to be filing the divorce papers first, because it'll get you like 90% of the way to your desired divorce outcome, or like asset split outcome if you do that. And all right, so the options are you do it yourself. I never recommend this for any man because, like the forms, because they're so specialized. You need experience to have done them. Option 2, legal document preparer. I do recommend this option now. I've read up on it. I've researched it, and I've realized like the first 2/3 of a divorce can be done by a legal document preparer, where they do all the forms correctly. And then, if and only if you're not able to get the wife to sign the divorce settlement agreement, and you have to litigate and go to court, that's when you would save a lawyer. But between this step, basically filing the divorce papers, getting the divorce settlement agreement drawn up, steps 1 and 2, presenting it to the wife, like doing all the procedural stuff correct. If you fail here, step 3 would be go to court to litigate. This is when you would hire the lawyer, but you would have saved like 80% of your money doing these first 2 steps with a legal document preparer compared to doing it with a lawyer. So that's a new strategy I've discovered recently. And yeah, I do agree with it. And so, yeah, lawyers, I mean, you could have a lawyer do it from the start, but now I know this other option, legal document preparer. I still don't recommend any man do the sheets by themselves. Okay, so you've chosen your ways to do the forms, you filed for divorce, you haven't told your wife anything yet. What you want to do now is have the talk with her. So this is special. The way I did the talk was this. And we do this whole not divorce system while we're still living with our spouse. All right, so the way we do it is I sat her down, because we're still living together. I say, hey, I love you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. But the state government, they can come in and take my businesses at any time, or any businesses I'm trying to start at any time, because they're in our relationship, and that really, really stresses me out. So I definitely want to solve this issue and de-stress. So I'm going to file the papers to get the state government out of our relationship. But I'm not kicking you out. You're still going to live here. Nothing's going to change. But I do have to get this done because it's too stressful for me. And so you're putting it in a way where she doesn't feel that she's losing access to your resources. So this minimizes the chance that she tries to take the maximum from you. Plus, the fact that you filed divorce first is a double bonus as well. That will help you get the divorce outcome you want. Okay, so once I said that to my wife, first thing she said to me was, and you do this sitting down in person in your apartment or house, she said, your first thing she said was, "You're going to screw my immigration stuff," and then a little bit after that, the shaming language started. She's saying, "Are you gay?" So yeah, expect that, and I just got up, walked away. And then later that same day, her mom called me to see what the heck was going on. And I do recommend that, yes, you talk to her parents, because if you don't, they can only assume the worst. They're just going to assume the worst is happening. But no, I talked to them like normal, talked to her like normal, said same stuff I told my wife. Yeah, the laws suck, it's stressing me out, but I do want to get it out to de-stress. I don't want to live this stress this much in my life. And also you iterate, no, I'm not kicking her out. She's still going to live here. Everything will be the same. I just got to do this to de-stress. That's all it is. And then you do have to have a tight mouthpiece, though, and not say too much, because you could get yourself in trouble talking too much, blabbing too much. So you don't talk zero to them. You don't talk too much to them. You talk to them the correct amount. So you don't say anything that sets off alarm bells. And then you have your wife served, and you also have to get a preliminary declaration of disclosure. So you literally have to open your whole financial life and give your financial life, your records to your wife. So current assets, debts, credit card accounts, credit card statements, bank accounts, bank account statements, ownership of boats, land, cars, real estate, plus 3 years of tax returns. That all goes in the preliminary declaration of disclosure that is given to your wife. You cannot serve her. It has to be a third party. It could be your lawyer, walking up, physically serving her to your apartment, or service by mail. I used a third party to come to my apartment. It was $130 on a Saturday. I wanted to make sure my wife made sure she got it correctly by a dude in person, and I was there when she got served. She was actually really happy when she got served. When I told her, "Oh yeah, these are divorce papers," when she was holding them, and I was actually surprised about that. So once you've done that, she's got 30 days to respond and also give you a preliminary declaration of disclosure. I helped my wife with mine, or I helped my wife with hers. So filled out everything for her once we got it in a list. So then she could print it out and give it to me, even though I was right there. And then you present her with the divorce settlement agreement. This is your best offer, one you will never ever negotiate from. You'll never give her an extra penny. You'll never bend an inch. So basically, you put in there the maximum you're willing to give her. For me, it was just $650, and she signed it. She agreed to it. So to be honest, you can literally put anything in there, and women will sign you can get away with more the stronger the woman feels your sperm is. So it's we really focus on having men. I focus on men doing the correct things to make the woman feel that the man is strong sperm. And then present that to her. You never negotiate. You just got to wait for her to sign it. You also have to manage her mental and emotional warfare correctly during this time, aka getting up and leaving anytime she starts to argue or negotiating with you, and just leave the house, go to the gym for an hour, just leave for an hour. And then she signs it, give it to your lawyer, they submit it to the court, and you're free in 6 months and 1 day, and you got everything you wanted.